Anyway, so back to it. Somehow, this second part two. 'Cause somehow my camera stopped for a minute, so we part two on this right now. We're gonna keep it going. So that's how I feel about the Cat Williams. So let's move on to I said Bernie Mac had not Bernie Mac. Let me speak on Bernie Mac. Speaking of that, when Bernie Mac passed, Steve Harvey and Bernie Mac wasn't on good terms. Steve Harvey has had problems. Steve Harvey's, and I used to say that I want to be like Steve Harvey. I didn't say I wanted to be like the person like Steve Harvey. I was saying I wanted to be have the success that Steve Harvey has. You know, he had his own radio show, TV shows, movie deals, book deals. You know what I'm saying? Had his hands in a lot of things, and seemed like a good man, married guy. You know, taking care of his business. But I don't know that guy. And when it comes to his peers, it don't seem like he says clicks, and I believe it's clicks. It's definitely clicks. It's always gonna be clicks, and people let you in, and people that don't want you in. Now, the Diddy thing and TD Jakes, 50 is going hard on Diddy. Pause. Don't mean to put you in that situation, Diddy. 50. That's not what I was saying. But yeah, that's still unfolding. A lot of people not doing business with him. A lot of people coming out the woodwork talking about he was grooming young men and seeing this video about Usher, how Usher used to live with Diddy, I guess when he was 10, 11 years old, and how Diddy said that they used to sleep. I think he said, now don't quote me, that they sleep in the same bed, but he was talking about they used to wake up in the morning and fight over Frosted Flakes. I seen that video. Kevin Hart was doing a video, was recording at the Diddy party. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So let me move on around. So since my video cut off, I'm hoping everybody tunes in for this second portion of the video because I'm going to upload this separately. But back to it. The next thing I want to talk about. Let me look at my notes real quick. Let me quick this. Let me talk about this fresh pet. All right, let's get into this real quick before I get to this politics and real serious. This is a light note. I'm talking about entertainment and stuff right now. Fresh. What is it called? I got it pulled up right now on the computer. What is it called? Fresh Pet. Now you see these commercials on TV, right? You see these commercials where there's people in the living room or whatever, and the company come over. They got company over there, and they go in the refrigerator. From where we don't know where they go in the refrigerator, but they go in the refrigerator and they notice a roll of food in the refrigerator. They take it out of the refrigerator and they say, "Well, what is this? Are you keeping pet food?" And they read it. Is keeping pet food in the refrigerator, or dog food, or cat food, whatever it is. And the person that owns the pet in the house, they be like, they take offense to them calling it pet food, and they try to explain to them it's real food, blah 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 blah. And if you don't like it, get out of my house, something like that. What are we doing? If you want to feed your pet this stuff here, this pet food here, that if you want to feed your pet that's on you. But if you're a type of person that's going to pick a pet over a human, if you're the type of person that believe that you trust pets more than humans and you depend on pets more than humans and you love pets, I'm talking about cats and dogs. If you're the kind of person that chooses animals over people, then something's wrong with you. Something inside your core is off, and you're trying to compensate that with that animal. And that's not right. Because that animal is just what I just said, an animal. Not a wild animal. It's a tamed animal. They've groomed and bred these cats and dogs to be domesticated to live with you and your family. But it's still an animal. That animal can survive on its own. If that dog got a cat got away from you, they can survive on its own. Listen, runs down the street and gets hit by a car. Real talk. Humans can't. Humans, we can't. Most of us can survive because we don't have those skills. We don't have those natural skills. We depended on gas stations and grocery stores and restaurants. Depended on it. Nobody's living off the land. Some do, but 90% of the population is not living off the land. Probably less than that. I'd say probably 1.5% of the population in America probably live off the land and the land only. The other 98, whatever I said it is, percent is living in gas stations, living off gas station food and grocery store food and all that. And plant stuff, you know. So it's just I had to bring that up. I just wanted to bring that the first and when I see it, it irks me. It irks me. You know, if you're feeding your dog and pet off plates, if you're feeding your animal off plates and bowls that you eat off yourself because you think, oh, I can wash it. I'm not eating at your house. Don't even invite me. I don't want to be rude and say no thank you and have to explain why. I'm not. If you're going to feed your animal off your spoon or your fork, oh, little Joey, or whatever you call your animal, little Pepper, little Dotson, here. If I see you do that, if I hear, if you tell me, and you can do that, I will not eat anything in your house. Nah. Half y'all don't wash your hands. Half y'all don't wash your hands after you use the bathroom, let alone before you go in the refrigerator or grab something to eat. Quick, wash your hands real quick. Dry them off. Get your thing. Cleanliness is next to godliness. It's a respect thing. But yeah, if you those people, if you the animals' mouth is cleaner than the humans. No, it ain't. They lick their butts. They lick their butts. They poop and pee, and then they lick their butts. And if it's another dog, if you take them outside, they licking and they smelling and sniffing the poop from another dog too. And you ain't washing their face and their tongue, you ain't brushing their mouth out. I don't believe you. You bringing them back in the house and they laying on the floor and they licking their genitals and then all up in your face and licking your face too. That's not clean. And if you're living with a human that's doing that, you're hanging around humans. Because I ain't never in my life. I like this song right here. Little Dirt, shout out Dirt. Anyway, I wanted to bring it up first press. I had to. I had to bring that up real quick. It was bothering me. It's been bothering me. So anyway, let's talk about Trump. Let's talk about the shooting in Perry real quick. My condolences to the people, the kids, and the family members that were affected and hurt in this in this shooting that happened in Perry, Iowa. Two dead. The gunman, the kid that shot himself, 17. I gotta call him a kid. He was 17, still a kid. Even though what he did was horrible, still a kid. Killed himself after he shot and killed a sixth grader. I don't know the particulars behind the story, but he was 17. Said he was bullied. I don't know how this has anything to do with it. Being bullied and killing somebody, going to school and shooting a gun has nothing to do. I mean, that's probably why he was distraught. Being bullied had him distraught. But anyway, what I want to talk about is not that. Like I said, my condolences for that. But what I want to talk about is schools. So now it's a lot of people on social media saying, I think private school is a better choice than public school because public schools and is getting out of control, and now they want to put armed guards and big plexiglass up in schools because it feels like it's a war zone. It's an agenda. No, it's not. It's an agenda. It really happens, and it does happen. I have a child, and my son is in high school. You know, so yeah, I have a voice in this, and if something happened to my son, I don't know the Ukraine and what's going on in Hamas. I mean Palestine. I'm on that. Something happened to my kid. Yeah. So I understand, but trying to use these situations to push the private schools because if private schools, if public schools, because the government, one of the biggest costs for the government is school funding, public schools funding. A lot of the budget of the United States goes to public schools, public colleges, and stuff like that. If you privatize all the schools, then there's no federal funding from the government, and now the companies, the corporation that owns the private schools, because they got to get money from somewhere, they're gonna dictate what the kids learn. So now the learning is changed. And you don't have a choice because it's no public school. You can't be like, I don't like what y'all doing at this private school. I'm gonna pull my kid out of this private. Now you gotta pick a different private school. Now you gotta go with their agenda. It's cults. You have little cults all over the country teaching what they want to teach. It just took the black lady who was the professor, the first black woman professor of Harvard. No, not professor. Take that back. Sorry. The dean or the chancellor, the head person, president. I'm tripping. She was the first black woman president of Harvard, and for 6 months, and they took her off because she said that people who want to do say things about Israel, against Israel, they could, because it was free speech, as long as it wasn't any threatening or things of you know things of that nature. They got rid of her. They got rid of a couple. Well, she stepped down. They finna get rid of her, so she stepped down. So yeah, and that's a private school. Government stepping in. So that's so let's move on. So now today's January 6th, and today they had a lot of videos and shows on CNN and stuff talking about January 6th. Right now, I got pulled up here on CNN. Says January 6th video shows tense exchange between GOP and Congress and rioters. It says the clip of the altercation comes as soon as GOP lawmakers continue to try to whitewash the insurrection. And also, Trump is still saying, he gave a speech here in Iowa. He also saying that the election was stolen. He's still saying that it was stolen from him. And if he wins again, what you think? Like, and he's going to win again. I got to stop saying if. When he wins again. But he be right. He also said that when or if he wins, I don't think he said if, I think he said when he becomes president again, he's going to pardon all the this January 6 people that got arrested that are non-violent, that they were just in there and doing things. He's going to pardon them people. Now he can determine, like, if like that one guy from Iowa that was acting like he was going to rush that black cop with the baton. They got all that praise for trying to keep him away from Chuck Schumer and all that. He probably let him out. I think they gave him like 8 years or 10 years or something like that. He lived in Des Moines. Trump, he be the first one. He was like a leader. They loved him. He had the shirt on and all that, the t-shirt and all that. He probably pardoned him first. He hit on. I think there's no video of him attacking anybody. He just walking through the thing, holding that flag, or he was holding something. Forgot what it was. Jensen, I think his name was, something like that. Yeah, Trump. This is the leader. This is going to be the leader of. This is going to be his second term. You got Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis up here. They ain't talking about nothing. They gonna be voting for Trump too. I don't know why they wasting all that money, because Trump gonna be the nominee. He up double digits. Talking about Nikki Haley up 17 points or like something like that on Joe Biden in New Hampshire. Bruh, come on now. You ain't even gonna see Joe Biden, because Trump gonna be the nominee. And Trump calling y'all traitors. He ain't rocking with y'all. He ain't rocking with none of y'all. Y'all not gonna be his pick for VP. So all y'all doing is capping for no reason, burning money for no reason. Y'all not gonna be the nominee. You're not gonna be the nominee. And you're not gonna be his running mate. He ain't gonna even put you. You work for him, Nikki Haley. He ain't finna let you work for him no more. And Joe Biden finally came out and said something on Friday and tried to come at Trump. Joe Biden, you ain't talking about nothing. I will say gas is down though, and it went down a little bit more. And milk is down, and food is kind of not as bad. Do I give him credit for that? Y'all blame him when it's bad. Is it gonna change how I feel about Joe Biden? And will Joe Biden get my vote because gas is $2.78 or $2.89 or whatever, $2.82, something like that? Nope, that ain't it, Joe. That ain't doing it for me, buddy. That ain't gonna do it, buddy. You gotta do better than that. I do appreciate it. I don't think you get the credit for it, but I do appreciate the gas. It's under $3 right now. Yeah. And food's still high, especially fast food. But we need to stay away from fast food anyway. That being said, I want to talk about this thing. It's on my mind. It's a random thought. It has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with the world going on. The caucus is in 11 days, by the way. What I did find out about caucus, I'm going to go to this real quick, and then I'm going to come back to it. I'll come back to this caucus thing real quick after this. So, the name Jill. The name Jill is a woman's name. I don't think I've ever met a man named Jill. Possibly. Never met one, though. The name Jill came to my mind. I was talking to my daughter the other day, and it came to my mind, the name Jill. I've never met a black woman or black girl named Jill. Ever. So I was going back and forth with my daughter. She was like, yeah, I ain't never heard nobody. I think you're right. I don't know nobody named Jill. I don't think Jill's a black woman's name. Nobody naming their daughter Jilly. And then we was talking, I was like, you know what? I'm wrong. Jill Scott, the singer. Jill Scott. She black. Black. No, she light skinned, but she's a black woman for sure. I don't know nobody else. I think she the only other Jill. Jill Scott, can you tell me, and y'all listening to anybody in the chat, y'all tell me anybody else know nobody named Jill Scott? I don't know nobody else named Jill. I don't know no black women. No black women named Jill Scott. So I gotta start going live. Next video I do, I gotta go live. I'm done doing pre-recorded videos. I gotta start going live. I don't edit these videos anyway, so I don't know why I don't just go live. I'll be tripping. So anyway, y'all stay tuned. I got to talk about the caucus. Anyway, and that was called? Yeah, that's what it's called. So you can't caucus for this GOP thing it's coming up here in 11 days, 10 days, whatever it is, because unless you're registered a Republican, you have to be a registered Republican to caucus. So if you're independent, like you're not a registered Democrat, you're not a registered Republican, you just, want to find out more, but you are pulling for this person. If you don't register as a Republican on that day or before that day, you're not a registered Republican, you can't caucus. That's whack. So it's not even a real number. So when they come up with these numbers and it's a big deal and they come talking about, this guy won Iowa. Not really. You didn't really win Iowa. You got the people that registered as Republicans that showed up that day. That's who you got. The people that's on the fence, you still might get more independents, but the people that that's on the fence, you ain't got them yet because they can't even caucus for you. So that's a fun fact to know. So when these numbers come out, these polls come out in a week or so, don't believe them. But Trump gonna win Iowa. You can believe that, and he gonna win New Hampshire. You can believe that. And he gonna win the rest of them. And he only gonna take about 3 or 4 states. They gonna, all right, we out of money. We cool. Asa Hutchinson's the dude from Arkansas. Used to be governor of Arkansas. He ain't doing nothing. He was up in Sioux City. He ain't doing nothing. Vivek Mosami, I think I'm saying his name right. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't spend more money on nothing, on ads no more. It's just DeSantis and old girl from South Carolina. I can't think. Nikki Haley. That's how I got to the name Jill, because I couldn't think of Nikki Haley's name. I told my daughter, is her name Jill? I said, that sounds like a white woman's name, Jill. She's like, no, her name Nikki. I was like, oh, okay. It's black woman name. I can't say Nikki is a white woman's name, because it's black woman named Nikki. But Jill, I don't know no black woman named Jill except Jill Scott. Jill Scott's the only black woman ever, and I had to think hard about that. And if I hadn't thought about it, I still would have been on the radio right now saying, ain't no black woman named Jill. I ain't never met a black woman named Jill. But so I said that stuff about the caucus. Let me go over my notes real quick because I want to make sure I get it all out on you. Before you, I didn't want to care about brands. I don't care about that stuff. Talk about that pet food. The VR stuff is kind of cool. I'm a gamer. I got PS5. I also have a Meta Quest 2 headset, VR headset, PS4. I'll do all that. But that being said, so the glasses is cool because you can wear your real frames. These are Versace frames. So these are real glasses. I actually have to use these to see. But you can get these. You can get these kind of glasses. These Apple glasses that have your real frames in them. So it's kind of cool. I'm into finding out about that. I think that's all I want to talk about. That's kind of cool if you want to check that out. Technology is going crazy right now. School shooting, yeah. I think that's it. That's all I really want to say. Anyway, Iowa lost the bowl game. Got blew out. Wow. Didn't even score. They didn't even score. So Iowa State football lost. Iowa college football. Iowa lost. Iowa State lost and Iowa lost. There we go. I got it right there. And they lost their both bowl games. And Iowa State basketball, I like them. When it comes to Iowa State, it's the basketball team for me. That's where I rock with the basketball team. So another episode, Merle on the Move. Like I said, this is part 2 because the first part I was doing kind of crashed on me. Technology, Anyway, I appreciate y'all listening, tuning in. I will be back with another episode next week, live. And once again, you can call in. This is a call-in show. Just hit me up in a message. I'll get you the information, and you can call in. Also, I will be having people here in the studio. I keep saying that. Still kind of working on it. I got some stuff I'm doing over here in this corner right here. This is where the guests are going to be. Anyway. Anyway, it's World on the Move. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all know how to enjoy your day. Like I said, be a good human. Humans first.